All right, Eddie, I wanted to give you that video I was promising you about the list of commands and sort of how to operate the dog, if you will, with Izzy. In this video, I'll cover those commands. There are 5 specific commands that we've used with Izzy at this point, and how we use them and sort of the tone and all of that stuff. Also, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about where she is in her training so that you can continue to build on it and make it successful. The most important thing you need to remember with Izzy is she is exactly where she should be for a 6-month-old puppy. I would still call her a puppy at this stage. She still has a lot of puppy to her. Now, what I mean by that is she has been exposed to everything in the hunting scenario, kind of like we talked about. She knows how to upland hunt. She's heard a lot of gunfire. She knows how to retrieve. She has her basic obedience done. Now, at this point, the best way for me to describe it is everything we have done with Izzy. Yeah, I have a bird. She's excited. But everything we have done with her is about asking her to do something. Now, Izzy is very naturally talented, so she does very well. However, there is a stage in our training where we stop asking the dog and start telling the dog. The difference between that, what that does, is that causes the dog where we stop. It means that the dog, we expect them to do it no matter what. Okay? Izzy has not seen that. So that means if she is, say, running around the yard and she's really interested in something and you tell her here, she may not come. She hasn't learned, we haven't formalized it to the point where the dog has to come because I'm telling her. She still thinks that everything is about asking, because at 6 months old, that's still where we are. Now, the first thing I want to cover with you is I want to cover the retrieving aspect. Now, Izzy is very gung-ho about retrieving. Obviously, you see how excited she is. I'll scoot back so you can see her tail. She is in love with going to go get the bird. She's got a great drive, loves picking up birds. That's no problem. Now, when it comes to retrieving, the first 2 commands come in here. The first command is we send the dog, we release the dog by saying her name. So that means if I bring her in to here, over to beside me, and I toss the bird, Izzy, we say the name to release the dog. Good girl. Now, when she brings it back, we take the bird, and I say, give. Good girl. So, the first 2 commands are the name to release, and then that we say give. Now, Izzy is not at all possessive about the bird. No chomping, no hard mouth, none of that. I'm going to have to get rid of this bird or she won't focus on it. So her delivery is nice. There's nothing wrong with it. She doesn't chew or chomp. She's had a lot of gunfire, and when we do gunfire, we associate it with the retrieving. Now, the other 3 commands that I need to give you are the 3 obedience commands that she has had at this point. Okay? Those are sit, right, is the first one, and this is very good at this, and we've been doing this for a long time. Okay? The second one is heel. Heel, obviously, we're going to have the dog walking on the left side. We heel on the left. I hope that was okay. I don't know if we ever discussed it. But we heel at the left, and heel means nose in front of me, tail behind me. Now at this stage, Izzy's pretty good at heel, but I will correct her with a leash a little bit, but she's pretty good with heel. We've done a lot of time at heel. Generally, in that 5 to 6 month transition window here, we do a lot of on-leash obedience, and Izzy's pretty good at it. So heel, we just simply walk, heel, good girl, and I can turn with her, and she follows me nicely. No pulling on the leash is loose. And then when I stop, she sits. That's where we expect her to sit. Now, sit does not have to be in the heel position. She prefers it in the heel position, but it is not required. For example, I can tell her, if I walk around on heel and I get back quickly, I can go sit, and I can sit her in front of me. Okay? Now, this is important because sitting her in front of me, we want her to learn that sit does not always have to be at heel. Because eventually, we want to be able to get the dog to stay long time. Sit. This is where she is on her obedience. Sit. in terms of being able to get further away from her. Now, good girl. Heel,